Matthew Knies, man, like the more and more I watch this guy, it doesn't seem like the game's too big for him. Like he comes in the postseason last year, he was incredible. Prospects tournament, he was pretty good. Training camp, he's been excellent. And I know these are games against D rosters in Montreal over the weekend, but the more I watch him, I'm like, this guy could be a legitimate like superstar. I know it's a strong word, but he just brings a lot to the table for this team.
Dude, he is the player that I'm the most excited about being on this roster this year. He's the guy I want to watch most. If I were to go get a jersey right now, it would be a Knies jersey, no question. He's like my guy right now. And I've been saying that since we interviewed him when he's still in college last year. Twice. 2 interviews, both times. just his personality, his confidence, his maturity was through the roof. He's got his head on his shoulders. He's a high quality player. He's got the confidence to get it done in that league. And I like the way that he has stepped up, and it's almost like he understands that, and he's taken like a leadership role, it seems like, during the prospect tournament for sure. And then throughout these preseason games, when you watch him, he just seems like, he knows that he's like one of the best players on the ice. I mean, he's still a rookie, and it's still exhibition. They don't have their big boys in there. I get it. But because they're not there, he has not just been, under the radar. He stepped up and said, all right, I'm the big boy now. And he just has this confidence that I love. I think he's a very solid player. I love the way he gets down low. He's unreal off the walls, unreal in the corners. He can score. He can make plays. And I think that he's going to have a big year, and a lot of people are going to know who he is by the end of this season. And I just love how he's a Toronto Maple Leaf.
The biggest difference I've noticed in a small period of time from when we saw him last year gets a concussion, his season's done, to the preseason here is like his stick lifting and the way he plays without the puck. And it reminds me of another guy he skated with, Austin Matthews, man. Like he just has like the deceiving size and like the speed and the skill to go with that. And I think that's a pretty impressive combo to have in this day and age of modern day NHL hockey. And I'm right there with you. Like, I'm so excited to see what he can bring to the table in an 82-game slate. Health is going to be a big topic with every player in the NHL, clearly. But I just think the fascination is there more so because what he did in the springtime, but he's carried that over. And again, it's just the preseason, but I think he's like a perfect fit to what they're looking to build on this roster and the future, no?
Yeah, and he doesn't seem like a guy where the moment's getting too big for him. Like, I don't know, you compare him to Nick Robertson and you think, who's feeling the pressure a little bit more, who's going to crumble, who's going to step up. And Robertson's had trouble taking that step and saying, boom, I'm here, I'm a no-doubter. He's really just not been able to do that yet. And Knies, from minute one, he's been put in difficult positions. There was a lot of talk about him last year. He gets thrown right into the Stanley Cup playoffs and just brings his game every time, stands out every time, does not seem to feel like the moment's too big for him or anything like that. And if he can continue doing that down the stretch in big moments and big games and big plays, I feel like he can just be a huge asset to this roster. I don't want to build him up too much and say this or that, but I mean, you use the word superstar, and there is potential for that with this player. Like you said, down low, those big wide legs, he's like a power forward who can absolutely put the puck in the net, make plays, get the job done that way. It's just like a wicked blend of exactly what this team needs. And I think he rounds out that forward list really well. And I don't think he's going to have any trouble finding people to play with. Like, does he get cracks with some of the big boys? I don't even think it matters to him. I think he's what drives a line a lot of the times with the way he handles himself out there. And I just think he can fit anywhere. And again, don't want to pump him up too much, but fuck, man, I'm just really impressed with him. And I think he's got an insanely bright future, barring, knock on wood, like you said, any injuries.